It is the curse of the great to have to walk over corpses, and that was said by Nena in the song 99 Luftballons. Once again, I have an apology to make to my loyal fan base. I think I was wrong to say that 2nd Panzer is the 4th worst division in the game. I think it's actually quite a good division. I think it fits into the meta quite well, and I've just been playing them wrong. You see, my playstyle is extremely aggressive. I start the game and I just attack all game until either I win or the game ends. And you can't do that with 2nd Panzer. It's an incredibly slow boomer div. And basically you spend most of the game just sitting around building up and playing for KD. And then at about 30 minutes you just select all your units, click Q, and then click on the enemy base and win. So it's played completely differently to the other divisions that I play. It's also got like a strong air component, and my air play's crap. So I've basically had to relearn the game in order to figure out how to get this division to work. So yeah, that's my apology. So how do you get them to work? Well, before I was just spamming Marders and Leopard ones, and the Marders are very expensive and they die, and autocannons don't do anything anymore. And even when they did, the Marders were too expensive. And the Leopard ones don't stand up to heavy tanks. But now people don't really bring so many heavy tanks anymore because it's not the heavy tank meta. Infantry, like weak infantry AT, such as the Panzerfaust 44, has been buffed. Fliegerfaust just keep getting better and better. They're way too strong for 20 points. Same with Strela on the opposition. Arm Burst, really good AT piece now because of the suppression and the rate of fire and the accuracy and the range. Like the pen doesn't really matter. You just hit them twice and then they're stunned. Like they're routed basically after 2 shots. So yeah, so basically the way you play the division is you just don't buy the Marders. I mean, I've got them in the deck, and they're situationally useful, but you basically just don't spam Marders. You spam Zickerungs, Pioneer Arm Burst, and Jaeger. That's what you spam. And Leopard 1s, with 1 Leopard 2 at the back. So you got to play this division completely differently to how I play all my other divisions. It can be quite boring. You just got to sit there and build up. It's something of like a mid to late game division, basically, like a 30-minute division, I think, compared to 8th being like a 10-minute division. 2nd UK being like a 0-minute division or what have you. So yeah, that's 2nd Panzer. So today we're on 2 lakes. It's the 3rd 2nd Panzer game in a row that I've uploaded to the channel. I've been trying to figure out how to make them work, basically. That's why I keep playing them. And on each occasion I've been up against a very good player. So this is Mandoz. He's like rank 70 or 50 or something, and he's playing the best division in the game, building a Groperrungs. And so that's a good fight. I think I'm ranked like 9th now. I haven't actually lost since I started playing this division in this way. But I've not played any of the big guys, like I've not played Lathan's on it yet, or T-Man plays kAGgU 2521, I think that's his name. I've not played Derek's on it. So, oh no, that's not true. I lost against Berthags once when he was playing 2nd UK. So yeah, there you go. I did lose once. Anyway, let's get on with the deployment. So we've got a forward deployed Milan 2 team, and that's going to here so that he can shoot Milans down this road. And we've got a Jäger Aufklärer going to here, but we're not actually going that strong on this side because we're not actually rushing. What I really want to do is defend and spend the entire game grinding my enemy down because that's the division. So to that end, I've got 2 forward deployed CVs because that helps me get a small early point advantage unless he also goes for 2 forward deployed CVs. You see this one's forward deployed. And I've got a Jäger Aufklärer going around to here. 2 Fliegerfaust, one going to here, one going to here. And on the right we got a lot of guys. So we got the forward deployed CV. 2 FS Jager going to here. It's funny. The West German FS Jager is shock only, and the East German FS Jager is cheaper and special forces. The West German one does get a better RPG. Like, this thing is pretty good. So I can understand why it's 5 points more, but I don't understand why it's not special forces when this is and this is. and this is. But yeah, West German FS Jager are apparently not as special as East German FS Jager, at least for now. So we got 2 FS Jager going to there, forward deployed CV going to there. 2 Lux going down to here. I wanted to path them down this road, but sadly they're going down this road, which isn't good. And a Jaeger Aufklärer going to here. So yeah, I'm trying to set up this advanced picket line here. So, you know, we've got 2 Leopard 1A5s and they're going to here. These are 95.7 armor. The gun's quite good for the price, but the armor is bad. And that for the price, and that's the trade-off. Whereas something like a T55 has the same armor, but for 60 points. Like T55s used to be 45 points. So yeah, they're like snipers, and so I didn't understand, because I kept like, I was like, well, look, I need to charge the enemy, but I can't because all my stuff's long range. But that's not what it's for. The point is that you sit long range for 30 minutes and play for kills, like a extremely boring individual, and then once you've played for kills for 30 minutes, you just walk in. So those 2 are going there, and then we got 3 recoilless rifles, because these are the only things that damage infantry anymore, and they're going to like here. Supply going to my 2 Pioneer Armburst and Pioneer Flam. So what's the deal with Pioneer Armburst? 45 points for 10 men and an Armburst, but the main thing is that they're shock. So the Armburst is pretty good now. 10 men for 45 points is good, and the shock is good. So they're good for spamming. So that about covers it for my deployment. I think I opened with a Gina rocket, although actually maybe I didn't, looking at how many units I have. Switching to my opponent, Mandoz, playing the best division in the game, Berlin Groperrungs, and he's got a forward deployed CV on the left here. He's got 1 Aufklärer going to here, unloading there and then sending the transport around to there. BRDM2, this is a 40-point wheeled exceptional optics vehicle. That's going to here. And then he's got 2 FS Jager Metis and an FS Jager. I believe 1 Metis is going to here. Well, 1 was definitely going to there. Oh, okay, so both of the Metis are going to here and the regular FS Jager is going to there. And then he's got another FS Jager going to here. Keep in mind there is a road here now, because the map changed some time ago. It's kind of hard to see, but it definitely exists. And then he bought a rocket transport with motorized Radvedka in it. So that's going to there to stop any rushes down here. And the Aufklärer is deploying in the church and then sending the transport forwards. Behind that, we've got 3 30mm grenade launchers. These are also really good against infantry still. So those are going there, and he's got a supply and a CV. Another 30mm grenade launcher going to the right. Metis team going to the right here, and then the Aufklärers deploying here and then sending the scout transport, because the transport itself also has good optics, so that's why he's sending it elsewhere to also be a scout. So that does it for the deployments, and now we'll cast the game. Right, so they're off, and I'd like to take this opportunity to zoom in on this beautiful helicopter. And I'd just like to say that I really do appreciate all the comments you leave on the channel. If you want to subscribe and stuff, that's cool too, that really helps me out, but I just like reading the comments mainly, so if you want to pay me back, you can read the comments. I mean, you can write a comment. So yeah, it gets up over here, now, like, this, for some reason, decided that that was the best reinforcement route. And so we are going to smack that transport, but the Jaeger gets out in time. And now we've sort of got this problem. And you see he landed behind the building, so I couldn't even smack him with the Milan. But yes, we're now in a spot of bother. So as soon as I saw that transport, I should have loaded it back into the Iltis and got out. So I get the Fliegerfaust up, but he knows about that, so that dies to this rocket plane. But his first tick income has been this rocket plane. And he'll have had 50 points left over. So yeah, not a fantastic opener for me. And then I buy Gina rocket, and as you can see, he's actually got no AA at all anywhere on the map. It's quite surprising, although to be honest, all I had was Fliegerfaust, so that didn't really save me. Turns out he can see this, he gun runs it. We get that rocket transport and just get out, because I assumed there'd be like 8 forward deployed Strels here. And like I said, we're playing a nice slow game, no aggressive moves. That's not how you play this division. This division is a nice, slow, boring division. So, did you know that the median age of the UK is 41? The average person in the UK is 41 years old. So that's why this game keeps getting slower. Because it's the same in France, it's the same in Germany, the same in the US. Like, they're importing people as fast as they can, but the fact of the matter is people aren't having enough kids, so the society keeps getting older. So if your audience keeps getting older, how do you still sell them the same game over and over? Well, the solution is that you slow it way, way down. So this is a much slower version of Wargame Red Dragon, basically, and that's because, in the last 10 years, the audience has gotten 10 years older. And, the Zoomers are still on TikTok and Fortnite. So yeah, that's why the game's so slow. Like, I've had a lot of people ask me about that, and that's why. So if you want the game to speed up, just have more children. It'll take a few years to kick in, but it is what it is. Anyway, the video game. So, like I said, nice, slow, boring game. It's difficult to cast a boring game. It does get more interesting. It's just because I'm playing it nice and slow. And yeah, my opponent seems content to just let me play out my strategy. You don't see a lot of Second Panzer. I mean, now that I'm uploading all these videos, you'll probably see it more, so you can thank me for saving WARNO. And yeah, I'm just using my air to just slowly pick away at this, because every time I go over, nothing bad seems to happen to me, so I'll just keep doing it. I know he doesn't get a good fighter on Gropers. He gets a fighter, but it's not very good. So yeah, just kill another unit, and then go back, and then go forwards, kill another unit, go back. That's how you play this division. There's that fire charge I was telling you about. So it's got 6 close-range missiles, and it's pretty speedy, but no long-range missiles, so it's not actually going to catch this. But he tries to gun run me, and he does 2 damage. Fliegerfaust actually hits, and so that'll make his repair time a bit longer. Well, it will give him a repair time. Obviously, if you're undamaged, you don't have a repair time. But it will make the playing cool down a bit longer. And you see that he's just also building up his blob in this lovely blobby meta. And there's no sudden moves. No sudden moves. Just a nice, gentle, relaxing ASMR game. I've noticed he's spamming a bit of air himself, so I bought some more Eyehawks. So I've got 2 Eyehawks here now. This one's not unloaded. And yeah, we're gonna try using our units to kill an enemy unit. So here we go. And yeah, he misses his first shot. It's 55% accuracy. These guys have 60% accuracy. And you see that if you get enough tank shells on him, he'll start getting stunned. And then the ATGMs will just keep missing. I lost a Leopard 1A5 over here to a Metis, so that's not great because we're playing for KD. And the issue you've got when playing against Gropers is that they get one of the best supply situations in the game. They get this supply helicopter called the Gruzovi or something, colloquially known as the Momocopter. And that means that they just never run out of supply. So if you don't kill a unit outright, it comes back to haunt you 5 minutes later. But you don't chase for it. Don't chase for it and die, basically. So that time I smoked it off. Because when I saw this guy die, I was like, oh, maybe the Metis will one-shot me. I don't think it does one-shot 7 armor. I think it'll one-shot, like, 3 armor. I might be wrong. So yeah, quite happy to just take it nice and slow. And, his cohesion keeps getting smacked, right? So that's why he's missing and stuff. For some reason, my Leopards decide to change to the KDA Schutzen, which is not great. And yeah, so I try and advance a bit with my guys, just do some trading. That's what the game's all about. He's moving these people up slowly. And yeah, so I get the rocket plane out for that. And we just get another free kill there. This rocket plane is going for those Leopards. And he gets both of them, or at least the rocket plane gets one and the T-80 gets another. He flies over these Eyehawks and Strelas, and between... No, hang on, it was just the Eyehawk. Just the Eyehawk got 2 hits. I hadn't unloaded the other one yet, because I'm rank 9 on the leaderboard, so clearly, clearly I'm one of the best players in the known universe, and that's the level of skill in this game. Then I lose that Gina rocket, but you see that it's mostly red here, but that Gina rocket, I just got a little bit too greedy, and he's bought a buck now, so that's a 180-point buck. And from how far away it fired, I know that it's a buck, because look at the range, covers the entire width of the map. So that's another reason it's kind of hard to play into Gropers. So yeah, he's just slowly pushing me out with these KDA shots and stuff. And this guy I should have moved really, but we lost our Leopard, so that's quite bad trades for us. And we're just trying to slowly take this back, because we know, like, we saw him moving a couple guys up, and just taking it back with this Leopard and this Groperrungs. Nice, gentle motion. You know, it's like a Bob Ross video, this, basically. So I could have moved this forwards, but obviously the T-80B is going to beat a Leopard 1A5. The T-80B is very good. Costs 190 points. And the FS Jager's losing to the KDA Schutzen, just sort of walking into it, and that's why I call it the zombie meta, because small arms don't really do anything, and so yeah, you just get situations like this where you get these so-called elite units, and they're just like, this is the only thing doing any damage in this engagement. Oh yeah, here we go. So now the M40s can get a couple shots on, and that'll actually do something. And yeah, we just, you know, get this guy forwards. Just using our micro to play for kills, and that's all we're gonna do for the next 20 minutes. But yeah, we're losing units of our own. Our trades aren't really working out. I mean, this should have been retreated. I've got a lot of learning to do. Like, these two could have been rotated round to here just to shoot and then get back. But I got a Leopard 2A3 now, and I bought this ATGM helicopter because I didn't really see any AA. I mean, he's got Estrella here and Estrella here, but I haven't seen them yet. And so I figured just get this forwards, and then that'll stop him from using his supporting assets. Finally get the 2A3 up. 2A3 should beat a T-80B because it's got, you know, it's like 100 points more, or 80 points more. This guy gets hit by that book, and then the book fires 2 shots and gets 2 hits, so, you know, sometimes that happens. This iHawk here fired 2 shots and got 2 hits. You just got to cope with that. Airplay is extremely RNG heavy. The whole game is based around RNG, really, but airplay in particular is just ridiculous. So, yeah, the issue with those bows is that they've only got 4 HP, so, you know, this deals 4 damage, so you don't really get a chance. If he brings one of those up, and these only, well, they should cost 15 points, but because he's got the forward deployed one, it's 20. And he's been forced to move his T-80Bs a little bit back because of this Leopard here, although for some reason it's not engaging that. Over here, we both hit each other, and obviously I'm worse off because he's got 3 more pen and 8 more armor. No, 7 more armor. 7 more armor. And yeah, the Leopard 2 should beat the T-80Bs, particularly in a one-on-one like this. But just keep in mind that his fire rate is 10. And mine's 9, and because he's auto-loaded, his fire rate doesn't actually go down. So, when he takes cohesion damage, his fire rate will stay the same, because that's how auto-loaders work in this game. That's why people point it out. We lost a Leopard 1A5 over here to this T-80B, just smacked it, sort of like this. So they both shoot, and at that range, the T-80B is going to one-tap it. So that's pretty rough. You know, we're trying to play for trades and we're taking terrible trades. Like over here, this guy got blown up by that Metis again, so I lost another Leopard to that Metis. The trading isn't going well. I buy a Mars and I chuck it at this little blob here of 2 T-80Bs and a grenade launcher. So yeah, it's going pretty bad, but I recognise that I could probably just sprint towards this tank and kill it. But I didn't know about all this yet. Sadly, that misses. Over here, I should have sent the Leopard forward as these were coming in, but I actually just can't really see it. I can't see him because, you know, this is the closest thing we have to recon here. So, yeah, we get him quite low, but if the Leopard was up here, it could have really got him. And yeah, we're just sprinting across here to try and kill that T-80B. This costs 190 points, and you see that both of these guys survive, so that's really not great for me. This costs 190 points, this costs 45. This costs 45, and this costs 45. So, if we can kill it, it's a great trade for us. We're doing a lot of missing, but we're low cohesion. We're doing a lot of missing, but we're low cohesion. And the Leopard 2s, yeah, so we did get 1 T-80B. I guess this Leopard moved up and killed it, or maybe this one got it. And then we do get that other T-80B there, and we now know about this, because it's shooting at us. So, next Mars volley is going to come in for that. and we're bringing some mortars up as well. I can't see this guy. I need recon, so I've got to get back, so I don't know what the hell's going on. And this is what I was talking about. This thing gets 6,000 supply in one helicopter, and it gets 2 in a card. So it carries twice as much supply as the next card in the game. Carries twice as much supply as the next supply card, not including the fob, obviously. This thing's basically a fob, except you don't have to buy it at the start. I think it's too strong, really. I can understand why a division like KDA would need the help, but this is the strongest division in the game, and it gets the best supply in the game. And yeah, we managed to get that FS Jager Fury. It only had 4 HP, and we're hitting it with these mortars, and we had those 3 guys all shooting it after the T80B died, and he didn't really move it, so that went down. I didn't actually know about that. I assumed it was still alive, so that's why I'm chucking this in. And yeah, we're playing a nice slow game, trying to take trades. This guy's been caught out a bit, so we just slowly move up the Leopard and shoot, although this guy's probably going to die. This Metis has done really, really, really well for itself. But he has actually run out of ammo now. And you see I've got another Eyehawk here because I see how air heavy his play is. And yeah, we lose that Groperrungs, which is a shame. And he's just got more stuff here than me, right? I've just got this one Leopard. Although nothing here can actually fight that. And then we see this coming in. I think I see it about now. And I know it's coming for this, although it looks like you can't actually see it. So I guess he just forgot about it. And then we've got an Eyehawk here and 2 Eyehawks here. Miss, 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 miss. Because that Fliegerfaust also missed. And then miss, hit. And we get hit there. So, you know, you can't fly over 3 Eyehawks. Although that was pretty close, he almost got out. So there you go, we're just clearing this out, just taking some good trades, although we're taking some bad trades on this side. I mean, he's getting a lot of value out of these units here. Just when you're in a house, you're basically invincible as an infantry unit to other infantry. And we lost that Groperrungs here as well, so we're trying to play for trades, but everybody's dying, so it's not going very well. Like I said, you know, I don't think this div is meta, but I think it's alright. I think it has a playstyle associated with it. There's definitely 8 easy ones to execute. The SPW-70 was getting a bit close there, so I managed to pop it with the Leopard 2. Got this Milan 2 here, and Milan 2s can, with their 24 pen, can one-shot a 7 armor vehicle. So that also applies to these Leopard ones with their 7 armor. You see, so this is 65 7 armor, this is 95 7 armor, and that's because the gun on the Leopard 1 is better than the gun on the T55. And this guy's doing well for himself. He managed to take out 2 T55s. I mean, he advanced them without recon and without infantry in front, so that was a bit dumb, actually. But he has bought some artillery to take that out now. And I loaded these back up to move them because I was scared that they'd get artilleried. So what I've noticed is that this house is actually extremely good because it can shoot far down this road. That's why I keep losing everything, because if it's in... Well, I guess this house does the same. If it's in, well, I guess that house does the same as well. Well, never mind. Basically, I'm just bad. So, pretty sure we've just put the mortars on auto-fire now, because I just can't be bothered dealing with it. And this guy's getting hit by that D20. So, you'd expect me to win that fight, and that's why he smokes and backs. But then he brings up this T80. We get that BRDM too, though. So yeah, if he had a Conkers here, that would be pretty worrisome, but he doesn't. Or like a anti-tank gun, something like that. And here we go, he's still spamming. Still bringing out the zombies. He's got motor strelky for some reason. I guess it's for the transport, because this has a grenade launcher on it. It's actually pretty decent against infantry. And I've realised when I shot that transport, I realised, oh crap, he's coming down here, and I don't actually have anything for that, so that's why I bought these. Opponent buys a Eurogun, and yeah, this Mars should be firing 24/7, or you're a baddie. So that was a mistake. And we just move this guy. Although, I think he is spotted by that T80B. Okay, now he's not spotted. Oh, now he is spotted. Nope, he's shooting those Groperrungs. And this guy's too weak to really help out. So I used a seed over here and killed his buck. Sorry that I missed that. But we knew that there was a buck, so I bought a seed and just, like I said, playing it nice and slow. There's only one Ihawk here, so that's going to miss, and he's going to get out. And we've got 4 mortars now. Like I said, taking it nice and slow. And the 120mm mortars actually aren't that bad. He takes out my helicopter here and then flies over all my Ihawks, which for some reason don't shoot. Alright. I don't know why they're just moving around there. Because I press shift and there's no orders. They just wanted to do that, I guess, whatever. But now he knows where these are. So you see, that's not exactly great for me. That is somewhat bad. And yeah, we lost that Milan 2 there to the artillery and the tanks. So yeah, just playing for trades, Groper's really scary to play against, because once the blob gets so big, that's it. And yeah, so we noticed this, so we try and load these guys back up so we can get them out. But that one like stuns them, and then that one chucks them out the transports, and oh, it's really not great. I've got this guy on counter battery, but he's currently shooting at that D20. The D20 comes with an armored transport. So as soon as you right click it on the transport, it just can't be counter batteried. So that's not great for me. And yeah, these Ihawks, will they survive? Let's find out. Over here, there's something happening. But yeah, we lose both Ihawks. So that was really bad from me. Don't clump your AA together. Yeah, don't clump your AA together. Over here, we're winning this fight because this guy's not shooting. And we've also got the mortars coming in. Although they seem to be hitting me more than the enemy, so thanks, game. Obviously blame the game for your mistakes. And he can now use these AT planes because I lost my Ihawks. And I only get 3. And I have just lost 2 of them. He gets 2 bucks, and there's his second buck. And there you go, he buys the other mega transport heli, you see, 12,000 transport supply. His D20's messing me up. He's getting really good shots off. Like you saw, that one just stunned everybody. These guys are just on auto fire. And yeah, so this guy's finally run out of ammo, right? So now we can do something. So yeah, very exciting playstyle. Just run at your enemy until he runs out of ammo. Blue 4 division, by the way. And he's just circling this round, I guess. But yeah, over here we got the 2 Leopard 1A5s, and you know, so 2 of these is the price of a T80B. You see, it was 95 each, so that's 190, and this is 190. But if you can micro it properly, the 2 Leopard 1A5s are more useful. Hopefully we'll see a duel between them this game. So this guy's just left on automatic counter battery, and you know, it's not really killing him. I mean, if he loads it back into the transport, he'll be completely fine. But it is slowing him down, which is important. That's why you do it, to just slow the enemy down. Got 3 Fliegerfaust here now because of the Ihawk problem. And he's brought his own mortars now, and he's going to start targeting my mortars with his mortars. So mortars only have 2 strength, which foot mortars only have 2 strength, which makes them quite easy to counter battery. Oh, so we missed it. I'm very sorry, but basically these 2 fought that. This guy took a hit and is on 1 HP. This guy took 2 hits and is on 1 HP, but he has to send that back. I have to send this back, but I still have a tank. Do you see my point? So if the micro's good, you can make it work. So I've massively reinforced this now. Got some supply to heal the wounded, and yeah, we lost some guys. The counter battery on this will now target these, and these are definitely counter batteryable, particularly if you don't get the transports with them. So you can expect to see the end of these mortars pretty rapidly, actually. He's moving them. I still think howitzers are a bit crap. I think 120mm mortars are alright, and I think everything else is kind of bad, apart from the Eurogun, the Burrito, the M270. particularly in 1v1. In 10v10, you get people that sit at the back of the map and just buy arty. And then people say, ooh, arty OP, but they don't understand that, you know, the amount of units they're losing is in no way comparable to the amount of points that guy just spent on artillery. And yeah, this guy's getting hit now, so that's not great. He's getting hit by these mortars, I guess. And we're slowly taking this back, because once you lose this, you lose the zone, because all he does is just smoke here and run a CV in. Over on the left, we're making big progress, and this is what I was talking about. So, you know, these tanks are 75 points. These are even worse than the Leopard 1A5s. But the gun is worse. You lose 1 pen at all ranges for 20 points, so that is very rough. Yeah, so you can see that the trading is working out. I just have a lot of units now. And he's not loaded this back in. The counter battery's just slowly catching up with him. I bought another one for the same thing. And yeah, here we go. So Jurgen volley on here, actually extremely effective. I shouldn't have clumped my guys up like that. I should have known he's got a Jurgen. That's going to happen. So my Leopard 2A3 gets stunned up. My 1A1s get stunned up. This guy can't be supported. So he's forced to rout. And he does survive though, probably because this guy's moving while he's shooting. So yeah, that was a good Jurgen volley. And then our own Mars is going for the tank. I assumed there'd be loads of infantry in here, but there wasn't. There was just a tank. I assumed there'd be loads of infantry, and we eventually get that D20 because he just wasn't loading it back into the transport. So if you sit it there long enough, the counter battery will get you. So we've managed to clear that out, but we can't really push in because our units have been very wounded. But here we go. These are my first Milan purchases, my first Marder purchases of the game, and we're 30 minutes in. I bought my first Milans. So yeah, that's how you play this division. You just don't buy the Milans anymore because autocannons don't do anything in this patch. I'm slowly trying to push up here, but these Vashuts are pretty strong actually because they're basically like Spetsnaz. Max Vet, Shock, Resolute. They're a little bit worse than Spetsnaz, but they're also 30 points cheaper. And this Leopard 1A5, Epstein from Epstein Island. I'll probably get demonetized now because of that. He's here, and he's going to get further forwards. Bought a supply, not really doing a good job, really. I need to be a bit better on the micro, but when you've got this many units, kind of hard. And that's what this division's all about. Just take trades, take trades, take trades, and then it's Q-click time. Do you see what I mean? Like, look how many tanks we have. So, the crown jewel is the Leopard 2A3, right? You got to keep that alive at all costs, and basically the Leopard 1s will do shooty, but the Leopard 2 is, it's got armor, like it can take a punch, but this is basically almost like treated like a sniper, even though it's a heavy tank. Because you want to use it to take out the enemy heavy tanks that are killing your light tanks. I would class these as light tanks. Doctrinally, not weightly. And here we go, smoke starting, although, you know, because I've got the two counter batteries up, he's lost one of his smoke mortars already, and to be honest, you know, you need to take this before you can smoke this and get a CV in. But look, he's got a lot of kAGgU shots, and so we're making big gains over here with that strategy that I said, so not that many Milans, but a lot of infantry and a lot of Leopard 1s and then one Leopard 2. We've got the AA behind, so Ihawk and Gepard together get a hit. Ihawk gets one hit, Gepard does at least 1 damage. And here we go, his attack's starting now, so I'm going to have to zoom out, and I apologise for the lack of zoomy-inness. Let me know if this bothers you. I saw one guy saying that he was getting motion sickness when I rotate the camera, and no offense to the guy, but I think video games might not be for him. I mean, it's alright, you can play something else. But yeah, he sort of smoked in the wrong place. You kind of want to smoke here so you can get into the zone. AT playing. And yeah, you see that this is Q-click moment, because I was pretty sure I was trading better than him. And then I saw all this attack here, and I was like, blimey, there's nothing in here, and I was right. So we're just chewing through him. Meanwhile, he's, you know, I don't actually have any infantry there because it was all here, and the Waxschützen just killed it. So I could have used, you know, just a couple Jaeger in here would have really put a stop to all this. And now this Leopard 2A3 is going to go toe-to-toe with all these KDA Schützen with their RPG 7s, which deal 300 suppression. RPG 7's very strong, clearly. And yeah, he just, you see, so they don't hit, but he just immediately routs. And when he routs, he just becomes kind of useless. And, you know, he's turning his side to the enemy, so they're getting side shots. I can't control the unit. So that's the joy of bringing tanks into forest and towns, is that sort of thing happens to you. So only myself to blame, because I saw all these guys come in. So that does it for that side. Over here, we're making big gains. He's got these Waxschützen, and no, you know, I'm just sort of, I just clicked Q and clicked on him, and that's all that's going on there. So we get his CV, and yeah, Waxschützen obviously no AT option, and we got plenty of Fliegerfahrs. Get the Gepard up there as well to deal with this helicopter. He gets better helicopters than me, but he only gets 2. Or well, I only run 2. And yeah, with the Fliegerfaust spam and the Gepards between them, we'll end up getting that. So we've taken this zone. Over here, he's pushing me out slowly, but he's not really advancing. Like, he's just sat there, which is a shame. We had a Leopard 2 here, but I think it died. And we had a Leopard 2 here, and it definitely died. So I send the Seed out, and it fires both of its missiles at the one Barusa instead of that one. And then I evac this, possibly preemptively, really. I meant to evac the Seed, and I accidentally evac the bomber. And then this guy flies over all my Eyehawks, except, oh wait, they're a smouldering wreck on the field, so we don't have any Eyehawks. Get our own spam in. The Jaeger are actually pretty effective spam. They're not as effective as Groperrungs or Pioneer Armburst, but once you've run out of those two, it's Jaeger time. And yeah, these guys, everybody's very suppressed. Although somehow this man with his low cohesion, kAGgU, can't remember how the S set is pronounced. It's been a while. It's been 10 years since my German lessons. I did it for GCSE. That's exams that you do when you're 16. So he's bought another artillery piece, but it's getting counter-batteried, and the Uragan's firing here. But you know, he's really lost this game. I mean, look how many units I have. So yeah, we're just cleaning this up, and yeah, what more is there to say? So that's how you play 2nd Panzer. I was wrong. They're not actually as awful as I thought. I still think they're pretty low on the tier list. They're a lot harder to play than all these zombie divs like Gropers. You just walk into your enemy and win. Whoa. But yeah, I was just playing them wrong. You just don't buy the IFVs. And then you win, because autocannons don't do anything. So you just don't buy the IFVs. This is your IFV. Leopard 1A, 1A, 1A1. That's your IFV, basically. You can see it as an IFV. So we now see this guy because he's shooting, and you know, he's just not got anybody left, and he's you know, this is gonna miss everything. He's coming for this, so I smoke it, and then he gets me anyway because I think I was facing the wrong way or something. My own fault. And the Gepard scares him off, so he can't kill the other one. But yeah, this guy's low because these Leopards have been shooting him, and then that bomber that I evac before I just bring back, and we get him. And yeah, this game's over. There's no point dragging it out. We were just talking in chat. He said that I had bad RNG or something. Oh, no. He said that he had bad RNG. I only notice it when it happens to me, so I think his RNG has been fine. And yeah, he's just totally collapsed. So yeah, good game, well played. I hope you learn about 2nd Panzer today. Mandoz, he was rank 72, but he's been losing a bit lately. I'm rank 9 now, because I've been winning a bit lately. So, as you can see, the Leopard 2A3 is the bulwark of the strategy, but it's very use it. It's like the last thing you buy, basically, and you need the AA, you need the infantry, you need the light tanks. You just have one Leopard 2A3 in that fight. Just like that original diagram I showed you on the first link in the description, talking about the new meta where you've got the 1 MBT, the zombies are your screen, and then you've got the, well, it would be IFVs dishing out the damage, except it's not, it's light tanks in this case. IFV autocannons just being absolutely terrible right now. It's really just not worth bringing. Look at that counter battery. Caught up to him eventually just because he wasn't moving his RT. If he'd moved it, it wouldn't have worked. But LV, that Eurogun got my Ihawks. He counter batteried me a little bit because I wasn't moving it. And yeah, you see that, you know, like I said, play it slow, nice and slow. Get your trades and yeah, get a nice KD and then just click on your enemy and walk into his base in the last 10 minutes. GG, well played.